What if I told you the one change that would doubled my results? As an investor, ISNT, some hot stock, a secret crypto, or a guru trick. It's a playbook, a real system that builds wealth, whether the market's flying, falling, or crawling sideways. Curious? Stick with me. By the end of this video, you'll have the exact 5-step playbook I wish I'd had 15 years ago, so you can skip my costly mistakes and start stacking wins. When I first started, I chased shiny things. New rims, HID lights, dark tints, subwoofers. If it sparkled, I bought it. Friday paycheck in, Monday broke. We've all been there, right? Rich folks don't do that. They run a playbook. Their money has a job before the paycheck even lands. That's the mindset we're locking in today. Step 1. Create money to invest on autopilot. Most people earn, spend, then maybe save what's left. That keeps you stuck. Flip it. From your next paycheck forward, use the 75-15-10 rule. 75% is your living money for rent, groceries, and gas. 15% goes straight to investments. 10% goes to savings. If you're young with few bills, go aggressive. 50/30ths. 20 live on half. Invest 30% and save 20%. Yeah, it stings at first, but trading a few fancy dinners now for decades of freedom later, that's a deal you'd take every time. Make it real with 3 bank accounts. 1 for spending, 1 for investing, and 1 for savings. Most banks let you do this for free. If yours charges you, get a new bank. Then, set up automatic transfers for the day after payday. Money slides into your invest and save accounts without you lifting a finger. Out of sight, out of Amazon's reach. Step 2. Pick your primary goal: cash flow or growth. Saying I just want more money is like telling your GPS, take me somewhere. Where? You have to choose a lane. Cash flow pays you. Now think monthly rent checks, dividends, distributions. It's steady, and it can eventually replace your paycheck. Growth is about stacking your net worth things, like business equity, stock gains, or properties you plan to sell later for a profit. My first big wins came from cash flow. After the 2008 crash, houses were incredibly cheap, so I bought rentals. Those rent checks felt like magic. Then I got distracted and started chasing random hot stocks with no real plan. I had some wins, but also some serious facepalms. When I refocused on a cash flow first strategy, everything clicked into place. Decide your lane up front. Step 3. Choose your strategy: passive, outsourced, or active. If you want to be passive, keep it simple and consistent. In the stock market, this means owning broad market index funds and just keep buying on a regular schedule. The US market has averaged about 10% a year over the long run, not every single year, but over time. Your rule is a BB. Always be buying. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. Whether the market is up, down, or sideways. In real estate, you can go passive with vetted, crowd-funded real estate funds. The pros manage the properties while you contribute on a schedule. If you want to outsource, you hire expertise. A financial advisor manages your portfolio for a fee. If the net results, after fees, beat what you'd likely do on your own and you sleep better at night, it can be worth every penny. Just make sure you understand the fee math. In property, syndications let you write a check for a slice of a larger building. You're in the deal without having to fix midnight leaks. Just be sure to do your due diligence. And if you want to be active, it's time to roll up your sleeves. Active stock investors build an edge with research studying sectors, reading financial filings, listening to earnings calls, and tracking where capital is moving. By the time a stock is trending on Reddit or TV, the early money has already been made. A few extra percentage points, compounded over decades, can change your life, but you have to earn them. Active real estate means buying and operating properties yourself: single-family homes, small multifamily buildings, storage units, whatever you understand. Remember, you can repaint a door, but you can't move a building. Location comes first. Step 4. Design your portfolio. Start narrow, then branch out. Win with focus first. Dominate one lane, then you can diversify. Here's how I structure my world today, and this isn't advice, just transparency so you see the thinking. My largest slice is my own business. Second is physical real estate for that steady cash flow and tax advantages. Third is stocks, a core of passive funds, plus some selective active ideas. Cash flow first, with some growth too. Fourth is a small speculative bucket for things like startups and crypto. This is fun money that could go to zero without wrecking my life. And fifth is a tiny slice of physical gold, around 2%. It's hard money savings, an insurance policy against the unknown. Your mix will be different, and that's okay. Just follow the sequence. Master one asset, automate your contributions, add the next pillar when you're stable, and balance cash flow versus growth based on your goals. Step 5. Decide your selling rules before you even buy. Selling without rules leads to panic. If you're cash flow focused like me, you want to avoid selling the assets that pay you reliably. I'll trim a speculative win and roll it into more income-producing holdings. I want checks hitting my account, whether I'm at my desk or on a beach. If you're growth-focused, set your targets now. Maybe you sell a slice after a big run to rebalance your portfolio. Or you decide to hold 4 years, unless the fundamental reason you bought it breaks double, write it down. And remember, taxes. Stocks held for over a year may qualify for lower long-term capital gains rates. Rentals can be very tax efficient, thanks to depreciation. If you sell a property and buy another, a properly executed 1031 exchange can let you defer capital gains, so your dollars keep working. But work with a pro on this. The timelines and rules are strict. Business sales, syndication payouts, and dividends all have different tax treatments. As you grow, hire a sharp CPA. Paying for great guidance can save you a fortune. So let's zoom out and stitch this playbook together. Automate your funding with 75/15ths, 10 or 50/30ths. 20 if you're young and scrappy. Choose your lane, cash flow or growth for this season of your life. Pick your style, passive, outsourced, or active, and match it to your time, skills, and nerve. Build your mix. Master one asset class, then diversify. And finally, lock in your selling rules and a tax plan so you keep more of what you earn. Let's look at some real-life snapshots you can picture. A nurse in Ohio auto-invests $400 every 2 weeks into broad market funds, and $150 a month into a vetted real estate fund. 10 years later, her portfolio is well into 6 figures, and the rental checks cover her car payment and utilities. A software lead in Austin buys a duplex, house hacks one side while renting out the other, then refinances and rolls that into a fourplex. 5 years later, the rent covers the mortgage, and then some. A teacher in Arizona keeps it passive, contributes to broad funds, and reinvests all the dividends. When the market dips, she bulls more, not less. Maybe 10 years later, her account balance tells the story. You don't need perfect timing. You need a repeatable system. Wealth is built in boring streaks, automated transfers, consistent buys, and calm decisions when the crowd panics. That's your edge. If this gave you some clarity, drop a comment below. Are you team cash flow or team growth right now, and why? I read them all. Share this with a friend who keeps saying, I'll start investing next month. And if you want weekly playbook upgrades, hit that subscribe button. We're building freedom one decision at a time. Ready to run your plan? Let's go.